Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to be back here in front of all you happy families out there. My name is Ernie Cardinal, and I am part of New Westminster's big adventure for Family Day 2022. Now, let me tell you folks, I am so happy to be here because this is now the second year that I am in front of you all. Maybe last year you might have remembered we actually made a medicine pouch. This medicine pouch was sent along with all of your other activities, and there was a video that went along with it. Now, the reason why we did the medicine pouch was for a couple good reasons. One, it tied into our stories and our videos that we have been giving to all of you families out there on Indigenous perspectives, or how I like to look at the world as an Aboriginal Indigenous person here in Canada. Now let me tell you about myself. My name is Ernie Cardinal. I'm from the Cree Nation. I am a Nihial from Sucker Creek, Alberta, but I have been lucky and blessed to live, work, play, and love here in this area for the last 30 years. So this is definitely my home. And I know this is your home as well. So before we start, we always like to start in a good way. So I am going to do a land acknowledgement to my very good friend and the people of the Kakite people. So from Chief Larrabee, I am so grateful to be on this territory right now. Now, I am so happy because today I am going to talk about this beautiful symbol. This is called a medicine wheel. Isn't it pretty? You know what? There's so many beautiful medicine wheels out there. I actually even have one on the back of my shoulders. I hope you guys can see it. Now, the medicine wheel is very, very special to us. Very special. So special that that's the reason why you will see it on a lot of our regalia and a lot of our daily dress that we wear. It's a symbol that reminds us of who we are and what we can aspire to be. And I like it because not only does it look pretty, but it also reminds me of this. Now, all you families, all you boys and girls that are watching, you're probably looking at this big, beautiful feather and you're thinking, is this a tricky feather? Nope. Is this a seagull feather? Nope. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there know exactly what these feathers are. They are eagle feathers. And I love these eagle feathers because they show us what it's like to have balance. And balance is really important. Do you see this? How there's one side and on the other side? They work together so that amazing things can happen. Now, I don't know about you, but have you ever been out for a beautiful walk and you look up in the sky and way up high you might see a beautiful eagle feather just floating in the wind? And that's what I love about eagle feathers and eagles. They float, and it's not like they have to bat their wings at all. They just float along, and it's just like magic in the air. And that's that amazing ability to find balance. And these eagle feathers represent what this is, a medicine wheel. Now, I love how people are able to find balance. It makes me think about, I think it was 5 years ago, I had a guest, and on Family Day, hopefully you guys are having guests come visit you. Now, I had a guest, and he is my favorite uncle. His name is Doug Badger. He's just turned 65 years of age this weekend. Now, on his 60th birthday, he came down here to our beautiful city. And if you remember, 5 years ago, it wasn't so nice and beautiful like it is today. It was rainy. It was cold. It was dark. So on that rainy, cold day, I asked my Uncle Doug, I said, Doug, what do you want to do today? And he goes, Ernie, I've never been to the ocean. Never. So I said, well, as I looked out the window and I saw all that rain hitting the glass, I said, do you really want to go? He goes, yep, I want to go. So I said, well, okay. When an elder asks for something, what do? You listen. So I grabbed my car keys, I grabbed my big rain jacket, put my hood up, and we went to Crescent Beach. And I tell you, nobody was there because it was so wet, it was so cold, and we got out there. And it was so funny because my elder, Uncle Doug, he was running around in the rain. He was putting his foot into the ocean, first time ever, just like he was a little kid. He was truly enjoying himself. Me, on the other hand, I was all gusted up in the cold, looking for some shelter. And that's when I noticed. I looked over, and I could see a bunch of crows sitting in a tree, holding on really hard, trying to keep their feathers on because it was so windy and so cold. And it looked like they were having a horrible day, just like how I was feeling. But then that's when I saw it. That's when I saw what I saw. I looked up in the sky, and I saw a beautiful eagle. And he was floating in the air, just floating along, just like it was a beautiful sunny day, like he didn't have a care in his world. It didn't matter that there was wind and rain and just the most horrible weather. He floated like it was a sunny day. And you know what? That was when suddenly it didn't seem so bad, because I looked at that eagle and I saw that he had balance. No matter how bad it was, that eagle was able to find a way to float in the air. I think that is a lesson we're going to talk about with the medicine wheel. To find happiness, to find a way to get together. And if you ask me, isn't that a good thing to do on our family day? So, I hope you look in your package and you see this, everyone. Now, in here you're going to have all the equipment you need, but you are going to need a few things. So you may have to pause this video, because I'm thinking maybe you can get yourself a glue stick. If you can, get yourself a marker, or maybe a pen, right, that has a ballpoint, but something to make a small little mark. And this is really important. This is the reason why I wanted to bring this out, because this reminds us of last year's craft. And last year's craft had a nice needle. So you need a needle, because if without the needle, it's going to be a hard craft. And I want you to enjoy yourself. So, we'll wait for a second. All right, I hope everyone has their supplies. Now, first thing is, let's open this up. Now, in your bag, you are going to find one beautiful gold ring. Yes, one ring to rule them all, right here. You're also going to find some nice and soft hide. 1 and 2. You will also find a bag of colored beads, which are going to have 4 different colors. And this is really important, a cord. One long, nice piece of cord. And what's an Indian Aboriginal craft without feathers? Okay. So here is all the stuff that you will see in your package, and along with that package you're going to have the actual directions on how to make your own medicine wheel to find your own balance, just like that story I shared with you. But I spent last night looking at these directions. I consulted with my elder, and we both looked at these directions, and you know what we decided? For this craft and for this video, I want you to take these directions, and there we go. That's the best way to do it. I'm going to show you guys how to do this quick and easy so that you can all have fun and you won't be frustrated. So the first thing we do is grab one of your lacings and grab your ring, and I want you to to start with a little bit of a tail, not that much. And then, and this is the fun part, I just want you to loop it around, right? Now, I'm sure you guys can all do this at home, even the little ones. When I was an Aboriginal support worker, and I got to go into all the classrooms, and I got to do all the neat crafts with all the boys and girls, I remember even in grade 2, a lot of the students were able to do this. So, just wrap it around. If it unravels on the other side, that's okay. But just try to keep it so it's nice and tight. And just wrap it, and wrap it. This is a good time if you're doing this with your dads. This is a good time, dads, while you guys are wrapping it, you can tell some dad jokes. Like, let me see, oh, here's a good one. Why did the cookie go see a doctor? Because he felt crummy, right? So hopefully you guys will be able to, while you're wrapping this, have some jokes, share some fun, and maybe get an even funnier joke than mine. But I think dad jokes are the best. All right. Now, do you see that? It's only been about a minute and I'm almost done. Probably enough time for another dad joke, but I think I'm going to let you guys hopefully tell me a joke. Go onto the website and you can actually, now take a look at this. Isn't this nice? Do you remember this side that kind of unraveled a little bit? Take a look at that. All I have to do is just rewrap it. Now, once you get this like this, all you have to do is a quick little knot. Now, boys and girls, everyone knows how to make a knot. You can make a nice big knot, or you make a simple little knot like that. But all I know is, look at this. Look at this beautiful little craft right now. Now, if you ask me, I think this looks good just the way it is. But we're going to go for more, okay? So now, let's place this on the ground right here. Now, as you can see, I got a watch on. And if you see on my watch, I have Mickey Mouse, right? Now, Mickey Mouse, his little hands show us what time it is. So, for all you boys and girls out there who don't know how to tell time in the old school ways, you're going to probably have to get a little bit of help. So, we want to make 4 notches in the 4 opposite directions. So, if this was a clock, we're going to put a mark at midnight or 12, a mark at 3, a mark at 9, and then a mark at 6 o'clock. Okay? And that's it. So, mark at 12. A mark at 6, a mark at 9, and a mark at 3. All right? That's going to help out a lot because we want our medicine wheel to have a beautiful, nice, beautiful, same shapes. All right. But you know what? If it's a little bit off, don't worry. Nothing should be perfect, right? Now, take your nice long cord. All right. Now, what I want you to do is maybe start at 12 o'clock. That's right at the very top. I want you to tie a knot. Now, some people like to make a double knot. If you want to make a double knot, I think that would be a good thing because you don't want this thing to unravel when you start all your hard work. Because sometimes, no matter how much hard work you put in, sometimes it's just not meant to be, and it may fall apart. But you know what that does? It teaches us patience. And patience is an important thing to have because it makes us happy. And I want to be happy on this beautiful family day. Now there we go. Isn't that amazing? Now do you remember I said try to find a nice pointy pin? I tried doing this craft without this needle and it was very hard. So if you can, try to find a nice pin so you can put it through. Oh. So that it goes totally through. Do you see that? Ooh, yeah. You don't have to tie it on. You just have to leave enough space so that it will not, the needle will stay secure. There we go. So it's nice and tight there, right at 12 o'clock, and you got the nice needle. Now here's the easy part. Let's open up all of our nice little beads and pour them out. Now I hope you guys enjoyed my story, because my story came from the heart. Because I'll never forget that day, because even though it was a rainy and cold day, at the end of it, I felt, it makes me feel warm right here. So what I need you to do now is remember that lesson, and now if you can find 4 red beads, and we're going to put those red beads 1, 2, 3, and here it is 4. And you know what I like about Halfords? They sometimes throw an extra bead in there, but only use 4 at this time and let it all flow down. Okay. Now it's going to look like this, and then you know that we're on the right way. Now if you're doing that so easy, let's try it again, but this time I want you to find 4 white beads. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, that one's a hard one. You have to really push it on. It's like when I try to put my jeans on in the morning after I go to a buffet. Rob, I'm sure you know what I mean, right? Okay, and slide those through. And there we go. Now, doesn't that look pretty? Look at that. We got our red and our white. Now, I want you to take your string, go all the way over to 6 o'clock. Remember 12 o'clock's right here? So now we're going to go all the way over to 6 o'clock. And I want you to tie another knot. Now this knot has to be really tight, okay? So if you guys know how to tie a nice tight knot, this is when your experience has to come in. Ooh. I think my mom would be proud of me. I'm making some really nice, good knot making skills here. And like I said, it's really good to try to double knot it. So if you can, double knot it and make it nice and tight. All right, so here it is. Look at that, we're almost there. Oh, sorry about that. Let me take a look. Do you see that? Isn't that nice? Now we're going to leave a little bit of a space. Now here is the thing. Oh, we are going to have to, I did forget something, boys and girls. So this is a good thing this is a magical video, because we're going to place this on pause for just a second. Welcome back, everyone. And like I said, gotta love videos, because look what happened. You know, we should have done the magic of video, and I should have had my hand up there without the scissors, and a second later the scissors magically appear. So maybe that's what we'll do next year. So as you notice, there is some leftover string on this side. So we're going to make it so there's a little bit of string left over. We're going to trim that up afterwards, okay? So here, let me take a quick look at this. And this is what it should look like. Should be a little bit loose, but don't worry, right? And we want it to look kind of like this. Now, we then take our cord, which is now halfway through, and I want you to tie another knot over here. Now remember what I said, it's good to try to have a double knot. I remember some of my elders, and when I do my drum lessons on how to make a drum, we actually use 4 knots. 4 knots because that represents the medicine wheel. But for this one, I'm sure the Creator and all my elders and all my relations will be okay if we use 2. So here we go. Now, if we already have white and red, we're going to need black. So we put 1, 2. Oh, you know what? I am going to go with the smaller holes. 1, 2, 3, and let me take a look here. I gotta find one more small one. Well, we'll use a nice big one. There's 4. Okay, let's slide these all the way down. Now, look at that. Now, I want you to do a loop around there once. Make sure it doesn't get caught on any of the white or the red. And why don't we do 2 loops? Just like our 2 knots, we'll do 2 loops. Look at that. I think that's wonderful. And now, if we had black, white, and red, of course we need yellow now. So we'll put the yellow on. 1, 2, hopefully you guys are counting along with me at home. 3, 4 beads, Hey, my name's Ernie, but I think I'm kind of like to count today. All right, so all you Sesame Street fans out there. Okay, so now, look at that. So we're now going to tie it around here, and once again, we need some knots. And this is why it's always important to have that little notch that I told you to, because if I didn't put that little mark there, I probably would have forgot where I was supposed to put it. And this one wanted to go somewhere else. So I'm going to tie it in there, tie it once more, wrap it around, and make another knot. Look at that. Now you may want to position these a little bit, but look at this. What does this look like? Boys and girls, mums and dads, I'm sure you could see what we just made. And it's a beautiful little medicine wheel. So, of course, we're going to trim it off a little bit. Now, I'm trimming this off a little bit wide, but we can trim it more if you want. If you want, you can trim it some more, right? And trim it as much. Right? There. You know what? I think I'm going to leave this one right there, just a little bit. We can probably trim it a little bit more later. But there it is. There is our beautiful little medicine wheel. I think it looks absolutely wonderful, right? I hope you can send us pictures of what your medicine wheel looks like. Now, you know what? We can end it right here. This is beautiful. But if you have a little bit of time, let's just clean up a little bit. If you have a little bit of time, maybe you'd want to do a little bit more. So that's why they gave us this, and they gave us some extra beads. So the first thing I want you to do is to cut this into 3 pieces. So I think we will go like that. Cut that one. Look at that. I didn't even plan it, but I think I almost cut it. So it was almost exactly the same. This one's just a smidgen longer, so we'll put that one right there. But for this one, what I want you guys to do is fold it in half, push it over like this, and put the two pieces inside the loop. Don't worry if you haven't seen it. I'll show you guys again how to do it. Ooh, I like that. Or you know what? Give it a nice little tug and voila. Now, if you want, you can do that over on this side too. Push it like that. See that? There's that hole. And then we just push both of those through just like that. Give it a nice little tug. Now, if you're really lucky, it's going to start looking like this. Ooh. I like how the medicine wheel beads like to move around independently, just like us. But with a little bit of love and patience, we can always put it back so it's exact little medicine wheel. Now, doesn't that look nice? Now then, we have this one. And all you got to do for this one is the same thing. We can just wrap it up around here and tie a little knot. So we're not doing the loop on this side. We're just going to tie a nice little knot. Look at that. And then if you have a pin, you can pin this on your wall. Oh, sorry. You can pin this on your wall, and you can actually have a beautiful medicine wheel. Now, do you guys want even some more advice on how to make this even more pretty and more indigenous? Well, you'll notice that it also came with some feathers. So reach into your feather thing. You can pull out as many feathers as you want. Maybe you'll want to put a feather on this one. Maybe you want to put a feather on this one. Maybe you want to put a feather on this one. Or maybe you can put a feather all on these. Wow, would that be amazing. You know what? There's some of these even have some nice little colors. There's red and purple on these, right? These can all be put on, and all you got to do is remember, before you do, you can try to fold this. You can even take your extra things and you can try to put these on, but I like to pull this glue stick, and I know you guys got glue sticks, right? You can just put a little bit of glue right there, grab a feather, and look how easy that is. You guys want to try that again? Why don't I put another one over here? So do you remember how you do it? Yeah, slick it over just like that, right? You can just put that down right like that. And let's take a look. Whoa, how about that? Now let's fling it over on this side, and I'm thinking 2 more feathers, right? So this time, look at this. I'm going to do it at the same time. I'm going to put this one here and this one here. Put this beautiful feather right there, and put this feather right there. And let's see what it looks like. I think it's coming along. Now, Rob, I got to ask my good friend here, Rob. Rob, do you think it's missing 2 more feathers?
I think it looks pretty good as it is, but you know, there are some feathers missing from the middle.
Yeah, maybe we got to put 2 more. So, we always got to listen to our friends because they always have good advice for us. So, we'll go right there and right there. And look, I got 1 feather just waiting. It was going like, hey, use me, use me. It's like me when I'm bowling. I always want to go next. Okay. Okay, look at this, everyone. Can you believe 15 minutes ago, all I had was a ring, a bunch of feathers, and some beads and some lacing in a little bag. And now I have this. So I hope you can do this too. And if you enjoyed having your time making this craft, remember that I and all of my amazing Spirit of the Children Society workers located right next to Hyatt Square in downtown New Westminster, across the street from this lovely building, the Anvil Center, we offer programming just like this. Also, a community kitchen, so if you are hungry and you want to have a snack or learn how to make a new indigenous food, well, that's a good place to go too. Or maybe you just want to come in and sing and drum and play along with us. Well, our doors are always open for you at Spirited Children's Society. Please come on down. Okay, all my relations, happy Family Day.